Hello, everyone! Alright, so, sorry, I feel like I have to bend down a little bit. I am going to try to incorporate more weekly reading vlogs because it keeps me from not reading books, keeps me accountable, and I think they're fun, and they're easy to put up. So it's a win-win for everyone. This week, I think it'll be fun. If you've seen my last few vlogs, then you know that I'm trying to get through the book. Then you know I'm trying to get through, oh my gosh, the book, These Rebel Waves, and that I'm struggling, despite the fact that this is a fairly easy read. I mean, it's a YA, lots of space, like should not be taking as long as it is, but the reason it is because I don't like it. And if I didn't have a booktube channel, I would just set it down. I mean, it's no secret that negative book reviews or negative reviews in general garner a lot of views and they can be really fun. So I have a reason that's what this book will turn into, and that is my motivation for wanting to finish it. However, this is the end of September, and once October starts, I got a whole bunch of spooky books that I gotta get to. So then I'm gonna set the sucker down, and if I don't finish it, then I'll probably never finish it ever again because, like, it's already hard. I'm only a little over 100 pages in, and there is the chance that something will happen later on and I probably won't love this book, but maybe I won't hate it, or maybe there will be some really good redeeming qualities or characters. So I have an open mind because I want it to work out. It's a pirate book. I want it to be good, but I'm really struggling right now. The 1st of October is next Tuesday. It is September 24th. So I have exactly 1 week to get through this gosh darn book, and you guys are coming along with me. I feel very aggressive, but I've noticed when I film with my phone that I need to talk louder or the sound doesn't pick up as well. So let's have fun, guys. Okay, bye.
Hi, Yukon. Hi, Saphira. Hi. There we go. Hi, handsome boy.
I'm actually going to see a movie tonight with my friends, Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez. I don't really know anything about this movie. I don't know if it's good, but I'm going to see it later. So I don't have a ton of time, and I still need to walk the dogs and then drive out there. But I'd like to spend at least the next 45 minutes to an hour reading this book. So let's see how far I get with that sort of time frame. I'm so tired of reading it, honestly, but I did finish one entire chapter, so we're doing it, folks. Hi, I'm at work at my desk, and I'm just finishing editing a video, and then before getting out of here, because it's so beautiful out, so I'm so ready to be outside, but before doing that, I gotta get through at least one chapter. That's my thing, is I cannot leave this building until I read a chapter of the gosh darn Rebel Waves book, so wish me luck.
Oh my God. Saphira, what is happening?
You might be thinking, wow, Claire, you must live here. Yes, I do. And as supporting evidence, we have
Dumbbells to keep up my fitness, my Keurig to keep up my caffeine, my laptop to keep up with work, and this gosh darn pirate book So from what I can tell, this book is split up into 3 sections, and I'm almost done with the first one. So, I mean, progress is being made. It's just painful. Make it clear yesterday, but I read about 50 pages, 50 or 60 pages, which like isn't crazy to do in one sitting, but considering it was a struggle, a bit of a slog, and felt like a lot, I officially made it through the first third of the book, and I will say it is starting to pick up a little bit. I think the real plot is finally getting started. So we have 3 different point of view characters. 2 of them are in the same location, 1 isn't, and we're jumping to all of their heads. And one of them I find definitely far more interesting than the other 2 because his internal dialogue is pretty humorous and witty. One I find almost insufferable, and the other one I find very convoluted. But like I said, it seems like the main plot is kind of getting started, and that some side characters that may or may not be interesting are also coming in. So like there's some hope that things really pick up the pace. Do I think I will end up loving this book? No, but maybe I'll finish it and not consider it a complete waste of my time. Is that mean? I'm sorry I've been so bad at updating with this vlog. It is late Sunday evening, so I have the rest of tonight and tomorrow to maybe finish this book. Is it gonna happen? I'm not sure, but I'd like it to happen. Like I said in my last update, things are starting to pick up a little bit more because I think the main plot is going. There is one character, and he's more separated from the main plot and the main story, but everyone else, he's in a different location. He's just not with the rest of the main characters yet, and I can barely follow what's going on. And it doesn't seem to be that complicated, but there's something about the way it's written where I'm struggling. So yeah, bear with me. Bear with me. You're not the one reading it. I need to bear with this book if I'm going to finish it. But I'm over 200 pages in. It's about a 450 page book. So it's not dense by any means. It's just annoying. We're finally on a boat too, which again, pirate book, but it's taken forever to get on an actual boat. So I'm about halfway through this book, but it's the last day of September. It's a little after 7 o'clock right now, and I don't go to bed until between 10 and 11. So look at this dog. I'm going to just read as much as possible in that like 2.5, 3 hour window, and we're gonna see. I mean, I feel like it's a little crazy to say that I can finish it, but maybe we'll get lucky. I will say, reading a book that you don't care for is a great way to practice speed reading. What are you looking for? You silly, silly puppy. I would love to stay and read outside, but it's actually like 80 degrees out, even though it's the last day of September. So I'm going to head back to the air conditioning, and maybe Yukon will follow me. Yukon! Hey, baby. Currently, my only goal is to read for the next hour and nothing else. So from now until 10:17, I have to do nothing but read, and then I can reward myself with a YouTube video. Heck yeah. So this whole thing started in my kitchen and it shall end in my kitchen. So today is October 3rd, and September 30th was in fact the last day that I read these Rebel Waves. Will I finish the book? We'll get there. So this book is really, really bad. And one of the things that kind of pushed me over the edge, well, there's a lot of things that pushed me over the edge. It's not just one thing. There's a plethora. Part of it is that I personally thought it was really poorly written. Another thing that was pretty shocking was that this book is straight propaganda. I felt this way fairly early on, like literally by chapter 2, I started to get that vibe. But I was like, Claire, maybe you're crazy, maybe you're reading too much into it, maybe you're seeing things that aren't there. Very well might be the case, except the further I got into it, the more I was like, nope, this was written by the DNC. It honest to God started to feel like someone from like the Democratic Socialist Party hired a YA writer and was like, we need you to influence the youth, but throw in a pirate so they don't know they're being influenced, which sounds crazy, but I couldn't shake that feeling while reading it. But I think sometimes poorly written books or even propaganda books can still be entertaining. Many people feel that way about Sarah J. Maas books, honestly. Unfortunately, this was boring. Boring, 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 on top of being extremely convoluted plot-wise, yet its characters were extremely oversimplified. The only interesting character I found in this book was the pirate point of view, because his internal dialogue was a little bit more humorous, but he was supposed to be this big, badass, nearly untouchable pirate character, and he spent at least the entire like half of this book that I read completely undercut by literally everyone, from a random girl he just met, from everyone on his crew. He never was actually able to do anything cool because someone always had to be cooler than him. Everything also just felt extremely black and white, hence part of the reason I felt that it was propaganda. There's a church in here which is clearly supposed to be a very thinly veiled metaphor for the Catholic Church, which obviously this author hates because everyone involved with the church is evil at worst and naive at best. Grace Lori, the island that the majority of this book takes place on, is a thinly veiled metaphor for the United States. And there's things like that throughout the book where this author is barely changing things to make it actually. This author is just taking things from the real world, slapping a new name on it, and that's literally it. And it's very government-based. There's nothing wrong with that, except I picked up a pirate book. And you know what I like about pirates and the idea of pirates is that they're not dealing with the government, that they're just kind of anarchists doing their own thing, living their lives to the absolute freest. I think that's cool. But even the pirates in this book are heavily politicized and deeply involved with all the politics, and it all leans very one way with literally zero nuance, which again, I guess would be fine if it was entertaining, but at the end of the day, it's dull as a rock and dumb as a post. That all being said, so I'm moving on to all these October books that I have to read. However, I think it would be really fun if you guys left comments down below and let me know if I should just leave this book alone after this video, if I should make a rant review on why I put the book down and still didn't continue the book further, but made a more official sit-down video on all the reasons that I think it's trash, or if I should finish this book and then make an official sit-down video explaining why I dislike this book in its entirety. Please let me know down below. I think that would be really fun. Sorry for this to be such a bummer. I'm kind of bummed out too. I was looking forward to this book. I spent a lot of time reading it, trying to give it a chance, and I just couldn't do it. That being said, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any more reading vlogs in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!